Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, did you capture it? Just let it slip.
Exclusive rates.
B-boy, hit the flow with it. Up in Jamaica, let me see your heel toe with it. Clown and crump with it. A-town stump with it. At the set, juggalettes make they double D's jump to this house on the hill. Relative drill. Bow Wow said he do me up a red grill. Bust a bus, saluted the 5-6 field. Cody Water, he showed me a lot in this business for real storming. In Salt Lake City, performing. Out of their garments before the morning, I'm charming. Leaving them torn, mess with the boys, you get the horns. Nina gets with a beauty that's disarming. Misery's behind me, labels trying to sign me. Ain't too many who don't know just who the tech nine be. If she looking for something with a future so shiny, Kansas City, Missouri is where she gon' find me.
And juicing what's the use, cause I'm a hopeless thug. There ain't no love, reminiscing on how close we were way back in the day, before they put the crack in the way. And hey, how much money can you stack in the deck? It's getting rough, collect calls for my niggas and cup. I recollect we used to ball, now just living's enough. I stand tall in the winter, summer, spring, and fall. Love for life, sprawled all across the wall and all. About my dollars, make me wanna holler, drop an album, sell a million, give a fuck about tomorrow. I know it's getting crazy after dark, these months. Keep on up in the public, ain't no fear in my heart. What's going on in the ghetto? Still struggling, strive. I still roll with the heater, smoking chocolate top. In 94, I'll be going solo. Too many problems of my own, so I'm rolling solo.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the cast. HLL Gadarian here, boy. It's week 3, APL, American Premier League for Hell Let Loose. Tonight, a little bit of a different cast. Normally, I'm an afternoon guy, Saturdays and Sundays around, 2:30 Eastern Standard, New York time. But today's a little bit different. Today, we've got a special cast. I mean, we're being joined this evening by the boys from down under, none other than the Garrybusters Incorporated, a bunch of Aussie and Kiwi fellas taking on the line, as you can see right over here. The map, an interesting choice. Right behind me, that bridge, very, very famous or infamous, whatever you want to call it. We're going to Driel. We're going to be in Holland, but not the night, or excuse me, not the light, but the night version. So it's going to be an interesting cast. I've never casted this one. It's so weird. The APL, much different than the seasonal, at least in my experience, or even the HCA. A lot of these maps are, not your normal SME or your SMDMs. These are like your unconventional maps, but nonetheless, it's still cool to see them. So anyway, just to give you guys a little background about the teams and the standings and all that good stuff, let's just show you the divisions. Basically, we're casting tonight Division 1, and it's GBI who's 1-1, and they're taking on TL, The Line, and GL, Glow. Just to give you guys a little background, for week 1, GBI played BA, which is Broken Arrow, and that was 40v40, and that was on St. Marie du Mont, and GBI was able to come away with a 3-2 win in 90 minutes full-time match. Week 2, GBI played a 49v49 against Esprit de Corps, last year's APL champion, and lost 1-4 on LLMain full-time. And obviously here we are today, 35v35. Actually, today's the match, what the two teams have decided on. So it'll be 35v35 on Driel. But just a little background on TL. TL had a week 1 bye, and last week they kicked off their season with a 35v35 against Syndicate, and Syndicate came away with an impressive 5-0 win in about 60 minutes. So today, to me, it's do or die. I mean, it's just that kind of it's that kind of a feeling I'm getting for TL and Glow. I was a little bit apprehensive. I was like, well, there was a lot of turnover after seasonal ended, and they lost some players, some transfers and whatnot, and that spurred the union between Glow and TL. And I guess it didn't really work out that great last week against Syndicate, but we're going to see what they do against GBI. GBI is arguably one of the two best Oceanic teams. They're, along with Chimera, two of the best teams in that region. So they're going to be definitely competing for the top spots, because you've got Syndicate, Esprit, and GBI. It's going to be up to TL Glow to see what they can do today on a map that I'm not really sure who's favored on what side, but I know the GBI squad will be running with the Allies, aka the United Kingdom, and Glow, who I'll be behind, will be the German squad for the Axis. And just to let you guys know, everybody's in game, so we don't necessarily have a flip yet, but I'm just gonna hop in real quick. But anyway, while they're doing their whole warm up, let's just jump into the live. Yes, see you in. Again, warm up phase. This is not our midpoint. Our midpoint is not Rail Bridge. Although I would like to see Rail Bridge. I think it's the most even. The other 2 points, I wish I could have pulled it up. I had the sketch, but C6, I believe, is the one strong point, and it does favor the British, I believe. And if you look at your map, you guys can see at the bottom right, the British forces are coming from the south, while the German forces will be coming from the north. So the Allies, I want to say, have, in terms of strong point placement, quite an advantage, because the other strong point, I believe, is also across the river, somewhere in the 6th row, for a slight British, we'll call it a slight British advantage. So here we got the flip. I'm assuming this is live, and I'm also assuming I need to be in one of the artillery squads. Do need to find where these artillery guns are. Well, didn't get a notification on who to join, so. Oh, and this is also what I normally don't do. We're going to put the highlight mode on for all. It's not what I like to do. I think it's an immersion killer. However, because we're dealing with a night map, you know, ugh, man, that's ugly. Now, nobody's running artillery off the start, which is interesting. So I'm not sure what squad to jump in with. Cruise with our transport. So I guess, yeah, look at that. Our point is Driel, which is, to me, the best one. Well, we do have a few seconds. Let's just go over the roster for TL. Widow is commander. So trying to see if the tankers, Jack, Geiker, they'll be our tankers. They're old school, been around the game a long time. I recognize their names. Yeah, today's going to be a little bit of an interesting. Oops, hey, a little bit interesting today because not 100% certain on all these guys yet, but we'll also try and lock on to one of the transport trucks. Rocket snipes are a thing off the start, so we're going to do our best to try and catch one. Just about ready to get going. Week 3 APL, American Premier League. Shots away. Second shot away. We could unhook. Let's do that. Let's try. That was the first rocket going off. Missed. Don't think we caught any transport trucks. Here we go. Underneath the bridge. Guys, if you didn't know, it's traversable. It's a bridge, but a transport can get in and around. It's interesting to see the tactics. TL Glow wants the bottom of the bridge, whereas GBI decided we're going to take the top half. Sooner or later, these guys are going to have to come up those stairs, and I think that's where they're all waiting. Terry and the crew. Now, if there it is, the looks can kind of park it right on top of the bridge. Smash any of the GBI players trying to come across the bridge, trying to push them out of the rail. Where are we? There's the light, trying to press and push all the infantry out of the strong point. Flare going up for TL Glow. Once again, the rules of the APL: 1 artillery gun, and they are basically untouchable. The heavy, I believe, is you cannot use the Tiger, or excuse me, you cannot use the Panther tank. And I think nodes are just built and they just can't be touched. Aviator, Jazz, and Patty in our, looks like our medium Cromwell. progress about 50% for the British, aka the GBI, Garrybusters Incorporated fellas. Big advantage. Cromwell sitting on top of the bridge without taking that light tank out. I just don't see a way. I don't see a path for TL Glow to capture this point or even contest it long enough to bring a second tank up. So I think at this point, TL's already resigned itself to playing for the flip. And there it is, 3-2. Not much of a struggle. I mean, it was a little bit of a TL Glow beginning. Opening started out pretty good, but GBI put that to bed early. Pushed TL Glow right off Railway Bridge. But anyway, let's check a look. Garrison situation for TL Glow. The next point is Boatyard. Four garrisons. Garrison situation is pretty good now. Again, I don't cast this match much, but you know, from what I understand, it's a little bit better than Remagen because you're able to flank. So we're just not locked into this choke point of a bridge. I do believe we saw a squad, Love Squad, with Rowdy, made his way over the, we'll call it river, if you want to call it that, the Rhine River. TL has tank in the back with Wicks and Jack. Yeah, and any of you guys that cast this match, I'm telling you, yeah, you absolutely need to have highlights on. It's just... Now there's line of sight. Wicks and Jack. Cromwell definitely needs to disengage. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be sticking this. Now for TL, it would be in their best interest to build that AT gun and maybe two-tap. If the Cromwell sticks its nose out, I think that's the only way, because the Cromwell is going to be smart enough. It'll rock back and forth. It'll fire and move. You know, if it gets hit, it's got plenty of cover. And for a map like this, I want to say, especially on the bridge, you're going to see the commanders are smart. I believe they're going to be using those P-strikes with efficiency. It's really hard to move around on the bridge. You're kind of locked in. Some of the GBI boys have crossed, and that's not a good sign for TL Glow. You've got a light tank. Leave the Tetrarch. Takes down Rom. Takes out OP. Yes, and that's what these little guys do. They're just a threat. They're constantly just clapping OPs. That's what their job is to do. Now you can see in the distance. I do believe it's a tank of Jack Wicks. He's gonna get smoked. He's gets taken out by AT rocket. Data with the nice shot. But that was a throw. I mean, it did its job. Took out Garrus, or OPs, some infantry. Now, that definitely must be a garrison. It is all covered up in the bushes, all nice. OPs from Fox, which is toxic, and House Squad with Let's. So maybe the players go down the GH column, try and get into some open space and flank underneath railway bridge. I want to say at this point, GBI looks like they're just starting to spread the line of defense. You know, they're fanning out into the GH, anticipating where Fox and Howe are coming, which is these two squad leads. Let's takes out Take Care. But Bones, AT Rocket. You're looking for squad lead. Squad lead gets dropped. Now Bones is getting close to, and he claps OP and squad leader down. That's a huge play by Bones. That completely eliminates the threat in that area. Sometimes you take out the OP, but the squad lead's up. And you know that timer is always constantly running every 2 minutes. And he'll have a place for a new one, but this one now is going to force TL Glow, you know, to come back across the river. It's super important once you get your OP up across that you don't lose it, you know, or if you lose it, damn, you better be nowhere near it. You better be so far and out of sight, because having to start over like these guys are going to do, I don't know. I don't see anybody TL Glow in this area. So Bones just going to keep sweeping. There's not much to sweep. And it looks like the main attack from GBI our boy Battle and Trance are going to get acquainted real quick. Battle coming out the better of that one. So once again, our next point that TL Glow is defending is out in the distance, Boatyard. Not seeing much right now in the way of GBI infantry yet. But the bridge? Yeah, the bridge is in play. TL's got a full squad, 2 squad leaders. With some tank support. We do have, like I said, we have Wicks. We got Duck, Spooby, and Sarcasm along with Wicks, Jack, and Geiker. Basically suppressing anything along the river bank, which is allowing TL to get into their midpoint now. Hold a second. We're seeing Boatyard cap. Not too concerned yet. We will jump over there. It is contested, as you can see. You know, sometimes you overcommit bodies, and yeah, the defensive squads recognize that and fold guys back into the strong point. Ooh, artillery taken out. Use the Piat. That was tough. You know, the tanks are going to be the ones that ultimately determine this bridge. I think the infantry is just going to be trading back and forth the whole entire time. It's, you know, when the tanks decide to make their move. You know, and again, that P-strike I was telling you about earlier, this seems to be the familiar spot where most tanks like to park. So, command would be wise to, if they get a call out, drop it. I mean, that could be the difference maker on a tough midpoint like this. Showing with our boy Widow. Yeah, this is the type of, you know, bridge where you're literally moving box to box. Snyder and Terry are gonna get. There goes a grenade. Again, it's one of these strong points where I think you just got to take space. You gotta be willing to throw your body to gain space. If you're sitting around waiting for kills, people are respawning. You got to keep pressing. I mean, definitely GBI needs to press while they have the advantage of the bridge with tank superiority on top of the bridge. And for this map, we have the, looks like the Fireflies, the heavy. I think we're definitely going to be seeing a whole lot of flares. I mean, every single time recon dies, or anytime infantry needs something illuminated, I mean, it's just going to be constantly redeploying, launching up a flare. Visibility is everything in this map. I mean, I know everybody's probably got their brightness cranked up to about 200. Patrice and Tigers, or Widow takes Tigers down. Widow on a 2 kill streak. Is he going to get the pizza roll? I think he does. I think he's got him in sight. Pizza roll being an SL. Widow on a 3 kill streak. Let's go, Widow. That Bren, boy. Controlling underneath the bridge, just as important as controlling the top. I mean, I think that's where TL might resign themselves. The top of the bridge with the tank is a problem. Man, Widow is just killing it. You put us in. Oh. Tensy finally gets him. Again, let's pull big picture. We haven't seen what the overall picture looks like. Boatyard is being contested for the second time. Again, lots of defenders. We can jump over. Because, yeah, this is a little bit more than just your average little probing attack. This looks a little bit more serious. And Jack and Geiker and Wicks recognize, and they pull that tank that was guarding the bridge. Now that's a big move. Because that's saying that they're saying basically the infantry cannot hold them off. They need the extra help. And it's the floodgates open. Yogi Bear, Murray, Mofo, 2 squad leads, Terry a third squad lead. Yeah, this is GBI going for the 4th point. This isn't them just testing. They really need it. Now, as long as OPs are up, GBI's in a great position, and TL Glow need to push the space, find where the infantry is coming. They're not going to just sit back, because they will respawn GBI, and they will be in your kitchen cooking one more time. Now, the only thing I'm concerned with is where are the GBI tanks, or is this strictly... Now we've got the 1 GBI tank sitting back on the bridge. So this is going to be on the infantry to get it done. Yogi's squad is pinned where the boats are, and they need to break out. They cannot just sit there and fire. TL Glow is going to close the distance and eventually get that OP and essentially wipe out the threat to the 4th point boathouse. You can see Commander Widow's already and tanks recognized as well. Now the question is when, because you're not engaging armor at this point. Now, if you're safe with your fuel, you know, bring the other tank up and just swap positions. Put the other tank where this one currently is, and bring Centigram ready and skittle over the bridge. Just waiting for it. Just waiting for it to happen. Perhaps they're waiting. GBI is just waiting for the infantry to truly clear out the bridge. Circle. Smacking down Widow. Getting a commander kill. Yeah, that Bren is putting in some serious work. AT rocket from Schmerkel. So we're approaching the, 30-minute mark. Not much has changed from the beginning. Off the start, TL had a pretty, and that's what we were seeing. We're seeing AT gun. That's what it was. Okay, but TL Glow, pretty good start. Had the midpoint, which is railroad crossing. Excuse me, railway bridge. Sorry. But I would say probably without 2 minutes into the fight, GBI just pushed TL right off the main bridge, and I'd say secured the midpoint pretty quickly and haven't really been threatened since. So Boatyard under duress, but you would expect that when you see this large contingency of TL Glow players. Now the destination I wouldn't think would be to sit in a strong point, but it's to keep pushing through. And I'd say this is probably the first real legitimate cap progress at a TL Glow we've seen since the start. Now Trance, that's that tank. That tank is gonna slam the door. If they don't get rid of that tank, and I'm surprised we don't see precision strikes yet. That tank has been there virtually the entire match. Try to get Satchel on. He takes the L. He got run over. But this is rather significant right now. Even though GBI has contested and are, defending, there's just a ton of TL Glow guys in the strong point. This tank is the only reason why the point isn't going towards TL Glow. Bombing run. That is a TL Glow bombing run. Takes out a few GBI, but not that much. Satchel goes off, taking down the looks. Decision time. You can just tell by the numbers. Like I said, there's 35. That looks like at least 2 full squads. With more probably. How many people do we have on our back point? Not seeing much in the distance. we can just slide over there. Again, if it crosses 50% on Boatyard, we'll run back. We'll check out the last minute if it caps. Yeah, this is officially hit critical, and at the same time, TL recognized that too. Full send for defense to get the point back. It's like that heavyweight fight. You just keep throwing jabs. And yeah, this is a heavy hit. Now they got to pull everything back. Now, in the meantime, you're hoping that GBI improves its position, because this is practically the whole entire TL glow side. So this point will go, and that's what you should be seeing. Bodies crossing bridge, cleaning up any of the stragglers that are remaining on the bridge. Like, Pizza Roll's the last squad leader. I don't think he's looking to engage, but yeah, with the close quarter kill on Take Care. Now, while we have a minute, things are kind of calm again. We're going to get a live. Hopefully this works here. Get a live player count on who's top killing. Centigram, I'm pretty sure might be the GBI artillery. I am somewhat surprised to see the GBI tank still sitting back. I'm not sure what their fuel situation is. It's got to be pretty good. They have to be bankrolling it. They must be, you know, fuel rich at this point. Now, infantry's just trying to get deep into the rear of TL Glow. Where are we? We're about almost one grid into enemy territory. Locking out one of the garrisons. That's going to trigger. I think that's where we're at. Is that where the... Yes, that's where garrison is by Zan. What I think GBI is trying to do is put enough front door pressure that keeps TL kind of locked into the strong point while you get a guy like Richie, or maybe is probably in Take Care squad. Allow them to flank around, look for garrisons, and kind of encircle TL. Richie with the nice Sten kill. Now, TL tanks have been backed all the way up to their fourth, point defending Boatyard. And I'm not seeing them. Does Richie see supplies? That a boy. Takes down that 100. Could have built garrisons. So he's at the tip of the spear here. Him and take care. They're going to run into 2 tanks. It's going to take more than, like I said, it's going to take more than just infantry to get this done. I mean, TL is just going to stack their tanks up. Maybe they're just playing for the big finish. I mean, stack your tanks and make one huge push at the end of the match for a railway bridge. Tiger tank. Now squad leads are out there. That's really nice. GBI getting in real deep. Just wondering where their OPs are. Because once they identify these tanks, that's when you can start to bring your satchels. There's not much you can do. I mean, battle was toast, just like his name says. Yeah, where are the rest of the squad mates? You got all SLs, and that's awesome. Need some of those AT players to get rid of these tanks. Now Widow's got the satchel. Level 9. Now that's a beautiful play. That is tanks covering tanks. Smart play. Gotta cover each other's 6s. Now is that a P4? Yeah, we've got a P4 and a Tiger just parked on the strong point, which is Boatyard. Big map, here we come. What do we see? Obviously, TL Glow has been pushed off railway. Now they're really struggling to hold on to Boatyard. They do have a garrison in G4, potentially. They just put another one up in F4 to get back on the railway. We'll keep our eyes open for that, but right now I think the fight is right in front of us. Tanks are going to start to feel the pressure. They're getting a little bit uncomfortable. Perhaps Tiger sensing that, looking to get some better cover. Sure, what was that? Was that a tank or a repair station? Not sure. Hold up. Yeah, it looks like a Panzer IV got dropped. I think that was the... Yeah, that was the tank that was defending Geiger's tank, Tiger. But here's the problem. Yogi got his squad in. The TL squad lead just gets dropped. And Gondorf is on the hunt. Yeah, that whole squad. In the field, just spawned up. I think that bombing run just took down the tank. Outstanding bombing run. GBI, it's huge. Even though they're midpoint, or excuse me, TL is taking down the midpoint. We have dual cap progress going on at the same time, but GBI is in a much better position. Roughly about 30 seconds ahead on the cap. And this doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. It's going to take... TL have to fight back into their own strong point. TL's going to bomb. Bombing run is coming across north to southwest. This could be... I'm not sure if that's enough. I'm not sure if that's enough to hold off GBI. GBI, I think... will take this point 4-1. TL is so close on the mid, but it's not going to matter in about 15-20 seconds. This is over 4-1. TL needs to redeploy off of Railway Bridge and get on their 5th and final. And the 4-1 is about to come. And there it is. 4-1 GBI. 45 minutes into the match. Now Firefly sitting real pretty. Not sure if he has any marks, but we do see out in the distance 2 TL tanks waiting. They're in no big hurry. It took them a long time to cap this point. Now our 5th and final, you can see Oosterbeek approach, our 5th and final, and it's going to be hard to contain GBI. And it's a scramble for this final point. You know, map control, having a transition from capping the mid to defending your 5th and final, probably one of the hardest things to do. Baby Jesus with a nice kill on Intensity. Tiger takes down Firefly and takes down Gandalf. Tank is definitely hurt. Tiger's retreating to repair. Now, bulk of the fight, this might be the flank. But Boatyard obviously is not cleaned up. Terry had him dead to rights, just missed that. Probably with the easy kill. Now that's a little bit of a problem. Fifth and final, we just saw come up. Booster beak. Now these boys have been having a day in this Firefly. Commander marks Widow marks tank. Beautiful shot. Where in the hell did that come from? That had to be, that couldn't have been. No way. No way. That's a friendly. Where the hell did that shot come from? Yeah, whatever that was, it was way in the distance. Is it them? Is it those boys out there? Wow. It was those guys. That was a hell of a shot. So we got this sporadic kind of skirmish fighting. Everyone's kind of spread out. I mean, we're in the back point. We're in E1. And this is just GBI just trying to hook around and really pinch TL. These guys are trapped. I mean, these guys, full squad just sitting there trying to hold the line. So, get my bearings. So we got Boatyard to the left, and just in the distance, you can see our fifth and final TL. So we'll try and establish a line. So I'm wondering if these guys actually see each other and are engaging at ridiculous distances. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, this is TL trying their best to just break in. There's just that is not the main push. There's a few guys, a few stragglers, but and TL just not having any success getting in at the moment. And I think it's going to come down to, you know, running with the light. Aviator, Jess, and me, Patty, just having a fun time with it. Light work for them today. Now this is basically the front door for TL, and Commander's trying to get in there with the recon. That's just not going to get done. Recon is doing their best to hopefully get in the strong point, take down some garrisons. Having a real difficult time finding the TL squad. I'm not really sure. Let's open the map. Let's find out. They're definitely okay. They're trying to hug the C column, come straight down. There's not a lot of bodies on the field at the moment. I think GBI artillery's prepping for this 5th and final push. Pizza Roll and Praz are about to... Praz sees, hears, takes down, again gets taken down for his efforts. Yeah, it's just really hard to get a vibe or feel for how this... The pushes are so random. They're all over the place. Like, I can see that they're trying to hook around, not come in straight from the front door. GBI. Now, we just crossed over the 1 hour mark. A little less than 30 minutes to go in the match. 4-1 GBI. Definitely in control. GBI looking to go up 2-0 on the APL season. And barring a disaster, I mean a complete like breakdown, GBI's got this in hand. And they're pressing the 5th and final. I'd be very surprised if they lose, but, you know, strange things do happen. You go for the 5th and final, and you get yourself in a cap race, and then it's game on. It's a mad scramble. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, there was a crazy game I casted week 1 with a spree, being down 2-3 the entire match on LLMane, and within the last 10 minutes of the match, made one huge, massive push and stole the game from Syndicate. TL has to come into these fortified positions. GBI's just baiting them to come on in. Squad on squad. Wow, was that a grenade? Beautiful grenade. Might have been Rowdy with the grenade. Takes out a majority, but guess what? Without getting that OP, gotta take that space. I know it's hard to know. You gotta move quick. See, boom, there they are. Just one back again. Now, GBI wants to. They can press straight into the 5th and final. I mean, they're just on the doorstep. I mean, this is the compound they've been fighting over. It's in the soft cap, which is the area just outside the strong cap, or the strong point. Now, German supplies coming down. That's easy money right there. Sherkel has to see that. That'll be gone in a moment after he reloads. Yeah, those supplies are done. Not a circle player. Our recon spotter. Have some tank engagements. Now the Firefly is trying to scoot, getting himself in a better position. He's not careful to crest the top. Ooh, surprised the shot didn't come in. There it is. There's the first shot. There's the second shot. Takes care of. That's 76. 76 taking a big risk. Yeah, that didn't work very well. Now, bombing run. Had success with it last time. Now tell me it's 2 for 2 with bombing runs on those tanks. I can't believe it. That's number 2. Who is the GBI commander has gotten 2 tank kills with bombing runs? That's incredible. Door sounds like it's starting to slowly close on TL. Not a lot of time to put together a counterattack, if we even going to see one. Both German tanks just sitting on the point proper at Oosterbeek approach. Just trying to fill the gaps. Infantry's just leaking through. GBI infantry just keeps coming through, putting pressure. Piat round into that windmill, trying to take out the snipers. And GBI definitely has the numbers to get this final point. I mean, I know they're aware that there is a tank, 2 tanks, and they will rotate them over. But that also allows their tanks to flank, take space. The light doing what you think the light would be doing in a German looks is just out there just trying to press that front door. Skittle, Centigram, and Reddy have been unbelievable. I mean, I think they're still in the same tank. I don't think they've been knocked out of their tank the entire match. I mean, these guys have just been slaying it. We'll just lock onto these boys. I think the 5th and final goes with them. I know there's 1 Tiger tank still on the point proper. Oosterbeek, which we see in the distance with Wick and Jack. I'd imagine they have to might be obstructed by that barn, but sitting up on top of this hedgerow, as long as you're covered, I guess you're okay. I mean, they must know their lines of sight. I'm sure these guys have done the prep work. You know, 4-1. I'm sure they know the spots. But Geiger and his tank are starting to maneuver. .76 is rotating the turret. I think he might see. Now the spotter, sniper, used the Piat, has to hear it, and Wicks, Jack, and Geiger have to get the call out. Because I don't see any GBI. Oh shit, look, it just rolled up. Oh damn. Well, that does change things quite a bit. And we have a standoff. And they don't want anything to do with it. They just want to just sit there quiet. Yeah, this is not looking good for TL Glow. Now the tanks are a little bit exposed. I mean, there is cover, so TL, if they bring their squad leaders over, I mean, you could get 2 satchels. Well, I don't think you can get a 2-for-1, but use the Piat is just probably screaming in command chat. We've got 2 Fireflies. First round sales from Wicks. Oh, the other. Not sure what that is. That might be the Panzer IV in the distance. But the GBI tank did get that flayed out of the range, which is the reason why that shot sailed over the top. And these guys, they know their profile. They're going to hide it in the ditch. $16 and change remain. Garrison situation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, garrison situation for the 5th and final is pretty good for TL. Use the Piat as broken through. Here are the boys. 2 guys on defense for GBI with the commander. Westage takes down Piat. These guys are not going to see each other. They're going in opposite directions. You know, it is surprising to see these guys run so much. I mean, I know they're 35s and it's not as sweaty, but generally you don't get to see guys run this far without getting shot. Somebody's holding a line somewhere, but, you know, I mean, to have to run all that distance without OP. And those of you guys that don't really follow comp, it takes 2 full minutes of continuous cap time to capture a point. And you can basically just subtract, because the score is now 4-1, 4 minutes off the clock. So that leaves us with about 10 minutes right now for TL to make this happen. So this is crunch time. This is it. I mean, they have to make something happen soon. And I can't say I see a whole lot of coordination at the moment. They're very fractured, broken apart. You got squad leader with command. Zan takes down, but slick little AT gun. Wonder if he has spots. I don't think he's just firing random shots. They might try to, he's trying to rotate the turret. You can see it. Maybe Richie has a shot on sarcasm. Maybe. He's rotated over a little too far. Maybe he sees another tank in the distance. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's seeing. Either way, great position for that AT gun. Anything that comes across these open fields are toast. AT gun is going to take him out immediately. think that's the reason why we're seeing so many of the TL Glow tanks just kind of anchor in toward the strong point. Three squad leaders in Battle, Jesus, and Yogi. That's 18 players. I mean, potentially 18 of the 35. 35 is what we're playing tonight. Yeah. Yeah, see, GBI, they want certain buildings. They didn't go straight to engage. They want control of certain buildings. That was a very wise move. They didn't keep running to engage and, you know, at this cross, you know, T-intersect. They want the building. Get on top of the buildings and basically get the high ground and shoot. Incredible shot. Where in the hell was that? Incredible. These guys are just putting on a clinic tonight. End of the match. Fuel situation's dire, I'm sure, for TL Glow. Tanks are getting deleted off the field. I think within the next 5 minutes or so. Like I said, you just subtract 4 off the top. I think GBI pushes one last time and just tries to get the 5-0. I mean, you want to win in impressive fashion. You want to 5-0 them. 4-1 is nice, and a win is a win, but you want that exclamation point. Yeah, you see the infantry, they're just... feel bad for them in a sense, because what can you do? You run up against 2 tanks. I mean, with the infantry support around it, it's just you launching yourself into the kill zone. It's got to get frustrating for them. It's kind of feels a little hopeless at the moment. So Duck, Scooby, and Sarcasm. If anything's gonna happen, Well, let's take a closer look. We just saw cap progress slight on the 5th point, so you're not going to get a counterattack going. This is it for, it's what we've been waiting for the whole time. Stack all your tanks. Is that a second? What we got? 3 Tigers, essentially. And they got about 2 and change to get it done. Problem is, GBI has been locked into their positions. I mean, these fellas are just covering. I mean, if this Tiger even decides to peek out, he knows he's got intel. You've got a, is that bombing run? What do we got? GBI bombing run. Coming right at us. Now the lead Firefly gets taken out. Not sure by who or what. Could it be? Might have been Wicks, Jack, and Geiker. You know, I'd really like to see TL Glow finish strong. You know, get some cap progress on Boathouse. Where is this tank firing from? My goodness. Can hear the purr of the engine. So this is the destination for TL. Not a body in sight. Interesting now. The tanks are moving out of their position, opening the door slightly for the TL infantry to come in. But I think at this point we can just about say GG. There's only 7 seconds left. And this is a good win by GBI. They go to 2-0. And this puts TL in that, you know, real panic crisis situation. They're 0-2 now in the division. And, yeah, it doesn't get any easier. I do believe they got to play a spree. So, yeah, their luck isn't going to get any better. Cromwell moving up. Not going to do much against the 2 Tigers that are sitting strong on the point. I do believe this is going to end 4-1 in favor of GBI. I mean, TL hung in there the whole time. I mean, roughly 20 seconds now away from a confirmed 4-1. because I'm not seeing any cap progress coming. And in 10 seconds, we can call it official 4-1. And there it is. So while we have the time, let's just open up our scoreboard. Let's get an idea of who's doing what for TL. Commander, wow, that's an amazing game. Well, Commander was on that front line. He was doing a hell of a lot of fighting. Widow was crushing it. Massive build scores, too. Tankers. TL lead tank. That's a solid game. That's a great game, actually. Infantry had a tough go at it. I mean, obviously, they were fighting off a lot of the tanks. And they're just not able to get in a groove. And the infantry did not have a fun day. GBI, nice scores. Man, Meat Patty, yeah, he's one of the tankers. Crazy score. Yeah, these guys combined had over 4K easily. So, yeah. Yeah, tankers just dominated today. Ooh, fart with the hella AT round. I will say it was quite interesting. I didn't see a single precision strike. Maybe they've just decided not to use it. It's not worth it. They're ineffective, but that's pretty much how it's going to end, boys and girls. A 4-1 dub. Throw our commander, Widow. Yeah, oh man, look at this guy. Yeah, he deserved it, man. He literally played his ass off. What a freaking great game. He deserves all of that combination. Anyway, let's pull back into the main, shall we? So there you have it. I mean, 4-1 GBI, our Aussie and Kiwi group from down under, just dominant performance, really. I don't think there was a single moment where they really felt pressed. They were the ones aggressive the entire time, pressing TL. That never felt like TL actually had their feet under them at any point. I mean, I know there was this time when early back in the match when Wicks had his tank up near the bridge, but I think once that tank moved back to their fourth point, which was Boathouse, it was just struggling to stay in the game and fighting. And yeah, I don't think they were really a threat pretty much after that moment. So anyway, GBI, that pushes them to 2-0 and knocks TL Glow down to 0-2. So interesting to see what's going to happen next week, week 4, the APL, American Premier League, and hope you guys are around to see it. My name is Gadarian. Don't forget, guys, do this for me. Make sure you throw that, that subscribe down there. Appreciate it. Support your streamers, support the competitive community wherever you can. Like it, share it, notification bells, all that good stuff. And that's it. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. And for you guys in Europe catching this, I'll see you tomorrow. We got an awesome match with Syndicate, and they're going up against the perennial powerhouse of all the Hell Let Loose, which is Wolves of War, WTH. And that will be at 2:30 Sunday, Eastern Standard, New York time. So if you guys want to catch that, that's going to be an awesome match. But that'll do it for me, HLL Gadarian. Signing off, boys. Take care.